I just peeped what you're wearing.
What?
The Detroit Pistons? Oh, it's a little logo. Okay.
This might be the only piece of Pistons apparel I actually own.
You look like the pump up team that goes out and during the intermission that
During
dances
halftime?
on the yeah.
It's always been my dream to be one of them. Fly
Looks
through the
like
air
the
off the
something they would
trampolines.
wear. All right, ready?
Yeah, we're good.
Let's do this.
All right, what's up, everybody? Episode six, right? 6.
Correct.
Episode 6. What's the date today? June 8th. Welcome.
You're real prepped, Brendan.
You can see, but yeah, we're gonna scrap this. We're gonna re-roll this.
No, we're going. Just go.
Cut. Open take. Welcome to Motor City Chirps. My co-host Zach. We got a special guest, as you see down below. You don't recognize him because he's never been on before, but it's our buddy Steven, big basketball guy, Pistons guy. Everything Pistons runs through his blood. Quoted Steven earlier. He said 2022 NBA champions. I'm going to hold him to that, but
he said that. Yeah,
absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. No doubt.
Yeah, we're going to talk some NBA today because we actually have someone on the show that knows the NBA well, unlike me and Zach. Talk a little Pistons, and we're doing another top 10 today. Top 10 basketball jerseys of all time, specifically the NBA, but that's going to be fun because I think all three of us, I mean, you guys could probably agree, probably have like 10 different lists. Like three different lists of 10.
I think our lists are going to be
like extremely different.
You know, I don't know. I think
know.
Mine and Steven's list might be over half of them. I'm not saying the same slots, but over half the jersey. I don't know. Honestly, no. Ignore everything I was just about to say.
Zach, we're going to have these two.
Yeah. We're going to have at least 2. Yeah.
The other 8, though.
Again, in the specific slots, that's where I don't think anybody's gonna the same.
Yeah, like my top 3 are very like, I don't want to say they're unique because one of them is going to be on everybody's list, like that lives in Michigan. No spoilers, but my number 1, like I just keep going back to, like my number 1, I just don't think other people will agree. And that's why I like it so much.
I will say, Brendan, there's a specific, I don't know how to say this, style of jersey that if it's on your list, you will pay hell. They're the worst things ever. I'll get to that later, but
I think I know what you're talking about. I'm going to hold my complaints till the end.
All right.
But
yeah, so before we do that, we do have game 3 of the NBA Finals tonight. Now
tonight.
Yes, tonight.
That means there was already 2 games.
Right, not that me and Brendan have been watching. We'll catch up afterwards and we'll check out what happened. The first game kind of was like things that we said were going to happen. Some things not. I mean, it looked like it was going to be a pretty clear Warriors victory, and then they shit the bed. But then again, Tatum didn't really do anything spectacular, so then the Celtics were still able to pull it off. But I
think it was like the fourth quarter they started like 8 from 8 from the field.
I don't know, dude. They scored 40 points.
Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown, and that whole game. Like I said, the man that for nobody knows why, he just elevates his game in the playoffs like the greats of the greats. And that is Al Horford.
Oh, hell yeah.
I don't know how he does it, but he's just the best playoff player in the history of the NBA.
I think you can say that was the best NBA Finals debut you will ever see from a guy playing in his first NBA Finals game. He just took over in the fourth quarter. And out of everybody on that team, it was Al Horford. I think that's hilarious.
Was that Horford's Finals debut?
Yeah.
Yep. First one.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's gotten to the conference finals a couple times with
the Hawks. I know that.
Boston and Atlanta, yeah.
Yeah.
Because he used to be on Boston too, right?
Yeah.
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 So
I'm trying to think, did Atlanta draft him? I think Atlanta drafted him. He went to Boston, then went to Philly, then went to OKC, and then back to Boston.
yeah, he's had a strange route. I don't know why more teams wouldn't, like more contenders wouldn't really want him though. Just he's such a good playoff player. But anyways, Steve, what are you predicting for this game 3? Who's doing well? Who's doing bad? What do you think you're going to see?
Well, game 3s, I usually like to go with the home crowd and the home team. But I'm thinking the Warriors might steal this one on the road. I don't know, man. Jaylen Brown will probably have a big game. Tatum should have a nice game. I'm guessing Curry's probably going to have 25 plus, and I expect a big bounce back game from Clay.
Yeah, and also in the sense of Tatum, he did have 28 points game 2.
Yeah.
I think
it was like the game was like,
but wait, real quick, the thing with him was, and this isn't really a stat that's like, it's kind of a bullshit stat, but in this specific game, it was kind of like, why is this the way it is? And wasn't his plus minus like negative 36 or some shit like that?
I didn't even take a look at that.
Yeah,
I didn't even see that.
Negative 36?
It's a stat that's not that crazy, like, but to get 28 points and have a negative 36 or whatever it was, I know it was in the 30s, plus minus. What?
Yeah,
that is weird.
Very odd.
Really weird. So I don't, and he's a good defender. He's not a bad defender. So I don't know. But yeah, I think I'll have to, let's see. I think the Celtics are going to win this one. I think they're going to win by no more than 6 points. I think Curry's going to have at least 30, but I think we're going to see another slow game from Clay. I don't think he's there yet. I think next game might be the game that Clay takes off.
Yeah.
Draymond's kind of a toss-up. I don't know. He does his thing, but say that again, Steve?
If he stays out of foul trouble, I think he'll be okay.
But that's a huge if.
Yeah, like especially with him guarding Robert Williams. I mean, the only way he can guard him is if he hacks him. So and then again, Jaylen Brown, it's like, he's not even one of the most talked about guys, but he could be the difference maker of the whole series. Yeah,
could be. And that boy Mark, too, don't forget about him.
He's been quiet.
The glue of that team. Without him, they're not here.
Yeah, and I used to think that formula just would not work with Tatum and Brown. I thought they had Kemba at the time, and obviously Kemba's had his ups and downs. And I thought, like, you know what, send Jaylen somewhere, bring in a really good point guard that actually facilitates more than Kemba. But I mean, they proved me wrong. They've shown that doesn't matter if you got 2 primary scorers, especially, you know, them two with their play style. You don't see it be successful too often, but clearly it's worked this season.
Yeah. Coaching's a big part too.
Coaching, yeah.
Really good.
Yeah. I'm in Zach's camp. I'm going with Celtics game 3. I'm taking the team at home.
Mm-hmm.
NBA Finals hasn't been in Boston in a really long time. I think that place is going to be rocking. And
the smell of hot dogs and cigarettes in the teeny
That's
garden.
Right. That's right. You got Mark Wahlberg on the court side, and it's going to be electric. I think now I don't want to say it's going to be a blowout because we all are used to those in the playoffs this year. But I do think the Celtics win pretty handily. I think they win by upwards of like 8 or 9 points, kind of cruise through the second half. And I think Jason Tatum's going to have like a monster game. I think he was a little bit quieter in the first game, came back in the second game. I think he's going to put up like 40. I just have this feeling that he's just going to have
40 burger.
Yeah.
I think he's just going to have a game. So I don't know. I'm taking Celtics game 3, but it's kind of tough not going with the home crowd, especially in Boston. I feel like that's just a whole new atmosphere.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's true. And to go with how you brought up the blowouts, Steve, how have you felt about the blowouts for the playoffs this season specifically? And have they bothered you? Have you been cool with it? And if they have bothered you, what would you like to see change from here on out?
I mean, it has sucked some games for sure. You don't, oh God, Phoenix game 7 in particular.
Weird series.
I don't
That
even
was awful.
That just hurts my heart. That game in particular, man, that was the most brutal thing I've ever seen as far as playoff basketball goes. But across the board, yeah, there's definitely been some. As far as what I'd like to see changed, it's what everybody wants to see changed. The game not be dictated by the whistle, but
yeah, hey, amen.
It's a great point.
You know what I mean? Like it's the playoffs. Let these boys play. Let them talk. Let them chirp. It's human emotion. Let them go.
Yeah, I feel like in the NBA specifically, I think in the regular season, like the whistles are bad. Like people don't notice them as much. When it comes to playoff time, though, when you're a ref, you want to be like the least of everybody's worry. You want to be like no one even knew you were there, and like especially in playoffs, I just feel like there's got to be a little bit more leniency on some calls and just let them play.
Yeah.
It's the playoffs, like
right.
Just let them work, and it's some of these ticky-tack fouls that you're calling on this level is just so stupid.
For me, it's the timing. Because, like, most of the time, I think the refs actually do a pretty solid job. It's the timing of the whistles. It is, I don't know. It's just really bad sometimes.
Yeah, and there's the two aspects, too, for basketball, whereas not as much for other sports. I always think, like, hockey would be the kind of opposite. But with basketball, it's like, again, you got your two aspects. You got how whistles can affect the flow of the game for the players. That's going to make them pissed off. But then the commercial breaks for the viewers. Oh my God, I don't want to watch all the same commercials over and over and over again. In hockey, you don't have very many commercial breaks because in general, there aren't that many whistles called unless the Toronto Maple Leafs are playing Tampa Bay Lightning in the first round. But yeah, in basketball, you get those commercial breaks. So it's like as a viewer, it sucks. Player, for any sport, when the whistles blow, it's going to disrupt the flow of the game. But it's a big thing with football too. But yeah, I think definitely. And me and Brendan always we bitch about not enough defense with today's game, and I think a big part of that is the refs not allowing the players to play legitimate defense.
They're handicapped.
Yeah, it's definitely not the players' fault in general. Our kids growing up nowadays, focusing on defensive things as much as they were, 15 years ago, as much as they are offense. I don't think so. But again, a big part of that is if you try to really play aggressive defense, that's good, solid defense. A lot of times the refs will be like, no. You can't touch them like that. And it's like, man, come on.
Yeah. It's all ticky-tack fouls. Those are the fouls I hate. It's just like he goes to the rim, he goes hard. The guy gets up there, he gets a hand in his face on the ball, and they're like, automatic foul, go to the line for 2. Which is like, dude, let him play.
It'll be like in the fourth quarter too, and you're just like,
exactly.
Yeah, especially that shit.
Yeah, and that's when the and ones kill you.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's when George Blaha says, his famous saying, to your grave, count that baby in a foul. In the fourth quarter, just ending your whole franchise in the playoffs. That's why I need Detroit to be in the playoffs soon. I need George Blaha calling a playoff game. I know it won't happen, but it needs to happen.
What'd you think about Johnny Kane?
Dude, he wasn't bad. I actually didn't mind him. You could tell he was a little bit like at first a little shaky, uncomfortable, but I feel like he got more and more uncomfortable throughout the year.
Yeah, definitely. He can be a little, I don't want to say corny, but
he's very corny.
Hey, but corny
that's a perfect way to
good.
put it. Yeah. But no, he did an okay job. I mean, that's a tough ask. They're like, hey, dude, can you do the play-by-plays on TV for the rest of the year? Like, I'd be freaking out too.
Right. And he called Sadiq's game winner against San Antonio, and then Sadiq's 50 ball against Orlando. And yeah, his reactions were dope for that. Definitely.
He's a very enthusiastic guy. That's why I like him.
Yeah.
but I can see the corniness. It's there a little bit. Yeah.
Him and Special K, they're
yes. The GOAT Special K.
All right. Let's what do you guys say we get into these lists? Oh, don't say anything. That's fine. Fuck you guys. Toby, that's the winner. All right.
number one.
For this will be the same thing as last time in regards that these are our lists. I'm sure people won't be as feisty about the our slots and our picks overall in general as opposed to our last one. But these will still be probably some polarizing choices, I will say. I'm looking here. Wait, go ahead.
I'm like my one thing that I'm hoping for is that someone brings up their pick, and then one other person, whoever it is, just has like a look of like a ew, like an audible like look of disgust.
Like when you had Wayne Gretzky at number 9 in the last list.
Yeah, exactly. That's perfect.
Or my pick of MJ at number 8.
Yes. Yes, exactly. But I just want there to be one that's just like.
I think it might happen, Brendan, because I think you and I think you and I, Brendan, I think we have different tastes for uniforms and sports. So I think throughout all of these lists that we're going to make for all these sports,
my favorite color is
super
neon.
Different.
I like the neon Atlanta Hawks jerseys. Is my favorite.
Or the Michigan State football jerseys with the neon green. Who the fuck thought of that?
Like I said, somehow passed through a marketing team and they all proved it. I don't know how.
All right, but I will start this off. All right. My number 10 slot goes to the Cleveland Cavaliers alternate uniforms from the 2000s. I think all of us as kids, and let's be honest, this jersey is iconic because of this man, no doubt. When LeBron goes back to Cleveland before he retires to play with Bronny and Steph Curry, I want Cleveland to bring back the uniforms, all those ones that he wore his first go around, because they were so much better than any other time. When he came back to Cleveland, all that shit, those uniforms were all bad. But these ones were literally just nostalgic as hell. And the red ones they had were really nice too. Even the white ones were really clean. But there was something about the alternate ones and it seemed like he like played at an extra level. He probably didn't, but it was like when he did have these uniforms on, it was like something extra was going to happen. I don't know why. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm sorry. That right there, that's LeBron James. Not Miami LeBron, not second stint Cavs LeBron, not Lakers LeBron. That is LeBron James.
This man moved like quite literally nobody else. It was
that was a Calvin Johnson playing basketball. Just bigger and stronger than everybody else on the court.
Oh man.
Except Anderson Varejao.
And this is all of us as Pistons fans. The shit that this guy used to do to the Pistons when he was on this Cleveland team. Oh boy. But you got to respect it, man. Yeah. And again, this look right here, this was for sure his best look, no doubt.
Oh yeah.
I like it.
That's my number 10.
Great
so
pick.
I don't know which one of you guys wants to go second, but
I'll give it to the guest. Steve, let's go with your number 10. I'll save mine for last.
Number 10. All right, so number 10, we got the new ones. The remix jerseys. Like, when they announced these, I've been waiting for red uniforms for so long. Zach, you know.
Oh, I know.
You know. So when they announced these, plus the little lightning bolt they combined,
that's the best part. That's the best part.
Yep. And then they got the horse logo on the waistband. Oh, dude, I love them. I love them. I don't want them to go anywhere, but unfortunately, this is the only season they're going to be here.
Yeah, these I think are definitely going to be a uniform in the future that's going to be retro. They're going to bring it back at some point.
That's going to be a throwback.
I think, in my opinion, I think these are their best uniforms that they have at the moment. I think what's coming up this season is going to rival it, and people that know what they're going to be throwing on this season. Oh yeah,
I'm excited.
And if you guys want to make critiques of each other's picks on this, go for it. I'm going to start that off. I just wanted to put that out there just because I don't want to look like I'm the only dick here. But my one thing with these uniforms is the like light blue. I don't know. It's just, or is it like a teal? Is it light blue or teal?
Teal.
It's a teal. Yeah.
It's the iconic teal.
Right. I get that. It just clashes for me. That's like the only.
Now, I will say if they replace that with white.
Right. It would look better. That's what I mean. I get the teal aspect because, you know, the Pistons, but again, actually aesthetically, it's a little bit of clash. Not a big deal. I think these uniforms are sick as hell. They're really nice.
Yeah. I think it's the best rendition of, you know, like red, blue, and white that they could have done. That's not their classic home jerseys. I liked them a lot this year. I thought they were sweet. The shorts were the coolest part.
Oh,
that's the only thing. Like the jersey was cool, but the shorts were the best.
And I heard people bitching about the lightning bolt on it. I'm like, I don't know. I don't mind it.
Cool. What do you want? A horse running down the leg? I mean, our mascot's a fucking horse. What do you want us to do?
Hooper's face on the front of the jersey.
Right.
I like the lightning bolts. Those uniforms are always good.
Yeah. I like them. Good pick. That's a great pick.
Yeah, those are nice.
All right, number 10. We're already going to get contentious because I know no one. I don't care. Number 10, in my opinion, like I never saw them used live, so I'm biased. But at the same time, I just think they're clean. The pinstripe Bulls.
Oh, no. Those are clean as hell.
Okay. These are like one of my favorite jerseys.
No, those are dope, man.
So these, like, obviously I'm a big MJ fan. You know, I've, you know, watching highlights and all that kind of stuff. I wasn't, you know, growing up around him, but whenever I saw a highlight with these jerseys, whether it was Jordan or Pippen, something nasty happened after. Whether it was like a half court shot, free throw line dunk, whatever it was, it's just these jerseys encompass the Chicago Bulls in that era, and I just think they're clean. I like pinstripes. Don't really like the Yankees pinstripes, but that's just because I don't like the Yankees. But I get behind a lot of pinstripes, you know, when they incorporate them into jerseys. Usually it's only baseball, but I mean, I like these a lot. Like I think with the red and black, I think these only work if they're all blacks with the red pinstripes. I think it was the other way around and looked nasty, but I think these are clean. I gotta put them. I hate putting them at number 10, but I'm pretty stuck on my 6 through 10, like my 1 through 5. So I had to work them in somewhere.
I agree. I think that this combination that they did with the main color being black with the red pinstripes, I think that was definitely the best possible choice they could have made. I like these. I'm sure people don't like it because of the pinstripes, but I like these a lot.
Yeah,
always have. All right, that's a nice choice. No, you can, man. I'm sure you got something else on here that's going to piss me off. So these aren't the ones.
It's the newer ones. Like there's some newer ones I kind of like. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's probably it.
All right. So
I'm a sucker for classics, though.
No, trust me, I am too. All right. My number 9. So what we got here?
Zach, we got that. I don't know. We got that connection.
I'm pretty sure Zoom zoomed in my picture. How would you say that?
Yeah, there's a couple like mine.
I'm pretty sure Melo's face was originally in this, but I mean, you can tell that's Melo. Let me kind of get out of the way here. What it did to my picture. Let me just chill back down here.
Lean back.
All right. So there's multiple things about this here jersey that I think is just spectacular. The first and I think most noticeable part of this jersey is the actual material that's used. It's a silky smooth.
Oh yeah.
That's not always my favorite thing. I definitely wouldn't even say it's my preferred material. It's just super nostalgic to me. Yeah. That era where there's the silky jerseys. I mean, that was cool stuff. But this
too, headbands,
yes, the whole package, yeah. And the navy blue for the main part with the highlights of the yellow and the light blue, these looked killer, man. These were such a good choice. That triple color combo is always good too. When you have dark blue, light blue, and yellow, always good. But man, these were just so cool to me. They had the different kind of font on these two to change it up. It was just, these were just really badass jerseys. And Melo was a monster in these. Talk about nostalgia again. Yeah, that's my number 9.
I like it.
Nice uniforms. I like Denver's uniforms.
Yeah, they've had a slew
I
of
think
really good
I think
ones.
their older style, like back in this era, was way better than what they have now. But I do really like Zach said, I like the color scheme a lot. I like the yellow and light blue and dark blue and all that kind of stuff. Good pick. That's a great pick. See, there's some on here that are gonna come up that I'm gonna be like, fuck, I forgot about that.
I'm sure it's gonna be the same for me too.
I forgot about that. Good pick. All right, Steve.
All right, time to catch some heat.
Oh Christ, you got a Miami Heat jersey?
At number 9. Oof, I'm gonna get some heat for this one. At 9.
That's a thumbs up for me.
Before you explain why that's your number 9, explain why you're gonna get heat for that.
Because I feel like people will have it higher on their list.
Okay, and that aspect.
Then
yeah, you're gonna get some heat.
Yeah, you're also yeah.
I was about to say, I thought you were gonna think that we don't like that jersey. No, those are fucking sick.
These are beautiful. And when they brought them back, what was that, last season? Right? Because it was last season they brought these back for Ja, and then this is iconic. Like, absolutely. It's just beautiful, man.
Yeah, I mean, from the lining around the neck and the arms, I don't know what the hell that pattern is, but it's really cool.
Yeah.
And just the biggest thing, obviously, that stands out. Well, the logo is really awesome too. The biggest thing that stands out is the damn color. It's such a unique color.
Oh, absolutely,
absolutely.
The color, and the shorts. Like, you can't see it behind his hand, but it's just a huge grizzly ribbon. Yeah, dude, that's the best part.
I love how they kept. There's so many franchises that, like, when they move, they keep the name. And it doesn't really make sense anymore. Like, there's no Grizzly Bears in Memphis, but they're still the Grizzlies. I feel like people would get confused on that, though, more than, like, Utah being the Jazz. Like, they couldn't have just changed the name from Jazz. There's no Jazz in Utah.
Oh, yeah. Dude, I seen some alleged photos of their new uniforms next year. Utah. Because they're having a rebrand.
A whole rebrand?
They're going to next week.
Oh.
I'm excited.
Talk about what?
Talk about neon.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Really?
That's all I'm gonna say.
What are you guys doing, Utah? All right, go ahead.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but stop using neon as a color scheme. It's not on the wheel, so please stop. All right, number 9. Probably gonna get heat for this, but I gotta. It's like so mainstream, but I have to put it on here. The reason I'm putting it at number 9 is because it's mainstream, but I just think these jerseys were clean. And like the reason I picked these ones more than the ones that came out last year, because they're not as gaudy. Like the ones last year, if I remember, they're like block pink, block blue, where I feel like these
Trix Yogurt.
They're just
exactly.
It's
they look
exactly
like the yogurt things.
Yes. So you just got the clean light blue, which is one of my favorite colors, the whole jersey with just the shades of pink, and then the font of the Miami. I think it's perfect. The perfect amount of pink that you can put in a jersey and to make it work, in my opinion. I just think I like these a lot. If it wasn't for every frat boy in the country buying one of these, I would probably have one myself, but I can't do it.
Look, man, Miami nailed it 3 out of 4 times with these Miami Vice jerseys.
Exactly.
The light blue one's dope, the pink one's dope, and the black one's dope. The ones that they had, was it last year that they?
I think it was last year.
Yeah, they looked like the Trix Yogurt. Oh yeah, the white ones too, clean.
Yeah.
So 4 out of 5 times. The double colored one on each side, the Trix Yogurt ones,
awful,
terrible. Those are.
I remember seeing that, and I was like, I didn't think you could downgrade from using that color scheme for the 5th time, but you did somehow. I don't know.
Nike has made some really bad choices. My biggest, I don't like what Nike's done with the NBA, with the way that their uniforms are made looks cheap to me. I don't know what it is. It just looks really cheap to me. They've
go back to the Reeboks with the mesh. The mesh
Reeboks. Yeah, I don't know. Nike's definitely made some really cool ones, but again, I wish like there's something about the material they use or something they got to change up. I don't know.
Yeah, but yeah, it's my number 9.
It's a very light material.
Oh, for sure. Which that's for the players. All right, what are we on, number 8?
Yes, ocho. Uh-oh.
Which one? Zoom fucking altering my pictures. Damn you, Zoom. Anyways, it's the Lakers. It's Kobe. My thing about this era of Lakers uniforms, design-wise, all that, not my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not typically super crazy about just like a stripe going down the side, or in their case, they kind of got like a dual stripe, whatever you call that. But if there ain't, I have just a specific fond memory, man, of getting that gold Kobe jersey as a kid, and that gold color just standing out to me. It's such a different thing, man. And you guys know I love Kobe like that. I don't know, man. When I see this jersey, it just makes me happy.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty much what it is. I don't think it's the snazziest jersey. I don't know. It just looks
right.
It looks right. It does. It's just it holds a very special place in my heart.
It's like the classics of all classics.
And I think like their purple jersey and their white jerseys are okay, but there's something about the gold one that just like is a step above the other two. I don't know why. That's just how I feel. But man, these are just nostalgia as fuck to me.
It's a classic, for sure. A classic.
Absolutely.
All right, Steve, you're up.
All righty. Number 8.
Bro, if you had that at number 9, I got
Yeah. All right. So this specific uniform, or jersey, I should say, was the first jersey I ever owned.
No, I remember that.
My first ever. And I just love the colors, the blue, the white, the little bit of yellow, and then Melo just makes it perfect. Even AI looked good in those uniforms, man.
Mm-hmm. Everybody looked good in those uniforms. They're so nice.
Simple, so clean. Like, I can't tell if these ones were silk or not, but I know they had them silk for a little while, and it just looks so smooth. I don't know. They're just beautiful.
No, that's a great pick. That's when I think about Denver Nuggets, Carmelo Anthony Denver Nuggets, like that's the first jersey that pops in my head. It's the all whites with the blue letters. It's all time nostalgia.
It's so clean, man. So clean.
Mm-hmm.
So basic, so simple. It's just
simplicity to like a T. Like you can't do much better than that.
Straight up.
All right, nice pick.
Yeah, that's a great pick. So kind of, I'm kind of glad that all of our 8s we're kind of on the classics. I feel like we're on like the nostalgic, the classic. And when it comes to classics,
what do you got?
These are one of my favorites. I just the all green Boston Celtics jerseys. I just think they're clean. I like the color green, especially this green. I think it works well. Yep. Green and white, Michigan State, whatever. But I've always liked the green Boston jerseys, like more than the white, more than the black for sure. And I just think like, I don't know, man. It's just one of those classic colors and jersey styles that I just will always remember. And whenever they rock them, I'm just like, you just know the team that's out there, obviously. But it's just, I don't know. I've always liked the Boston Celtics away green jerseys.
Bro, there's go ahead, Steve. Go ahead.
I feel like you could put almost any player in those uniforms and make it look good. Those are one of the few uniforms where it's like, okay, I can see him there.
Exactly.
There's a few teams.
That's a perfect way to put it.
There's a few teams throughout history in all different sports that they just hit it out of the park like their first time around. So they have all the reason in the world to just keep their formula. How do certain fans feel about that? I don't know. I mean, that's why I think it's always cool to have like some sort of alternate jersey to bring out. But teams like the Celtics, the Red Wings, the Yankees, like if they keep their uniforms for the rest of the time, that's cool. I think it's always cool to have an alternate just to give the fans something different, but you can't it's simplicity to a T. Like you can't do better than what they've done for that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so glad somebody had a Boston jersey in their top 10 because I really tried. They're beautiful.
This is making up for spoiler me not having the Nuggets in mind. So that's the one I dropped the ball on. I wish I threw it in my top 10, but I had to work in the classic greens. And obviously I will say, recency bias, they are playing finals, but it's still it's still a classic. I had to throw them in there.
All right. We had 7.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now this is where I get freaky.
Oh no.
I knew you were going to have those.
Bro, listen, these are some, I was just talking about like Nike, how I felt about what Nike's done. In my opinion, these fucking uniforms are the best thing that Nike's done. That's like original. These things are so cool. The color choices, I know San Antonio's like had these colors for a while. You go back to like their core and their warm-ups, but they've never actually really implemented them like this on their uniforms. The colors are so cool, man. It just comes down to that. That combination of colors is just beautiful. The one thing that doesn't make me have these up higher on my list is the fact that the Spurs logo is like still black. It just kind of sticks out like a sore thumb. I think they should have changed the logo. I get why they didn't, but I feel like they should have.
What would you change it to?
I don't know. You think about, you could stick with basically the numbers mainly, that turquoise, just teal, whatever you want to call that.
Yeah.
Then is there too much of that? Do you go to that kind of like strawberry color? I don't know.
Well,
I'd have to look through them.
I mean, like literally what you just said, now I'm picturing it. If you take away that number and like hide the stripes on the side, it looks like the normal white Spurs jersey.
Yeah.
Like picture them holding, like the number's not there. You just see that Spurs logo. You're like, oh, that's just your home whites. Like I agree. The font need to be changed a little bit.
Even if they were to like, I don't know how it would make it look if like the black on the logo was like flipped with the white. So it's like mainly white. I don't know. I'd have to see all of the colors in place for the black, but definitely I don't think they went with the best choice for that one. But besides that, and here too, you were talking about shorts earlier. I think these shorts are sweet as hell.
Yeah.
But yeah, this comes down to the colors, man. These colors are just beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. All right. So, Zach, you already had this uniform on your list.
Oh, wow. Hey.
Mm-hmm.
Look how nice those are.
It's the cursive, the navy. It's just, like you said, it's beautiful, man. Like, so simple.
They hit it out of the park. And I think these were like destined to be the silky ones too. I don't think these might be a jersey that might not look as good if they weren't the silky.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
I agree.
And it was at such a perfect time too, because that's when they brought in Allen Iverson to play with Melo.
Right. So
they have alternate jerseys that are kind of symbolic towards them.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good point. Yeah,
Chauncey's a little weird in them, but
well, Chauncey shouldn't be in anything besides a red, white, and blue.
Clippers,
That's
right?
So true.
Shut up. But yeah, man, my one gripe with that is the era with the shorts looking like just pants. I think they look hilarious when the shorts are super long, but hey, whatever.
I feel like if you don't have leg sleeves, it looks weird.
Yeah.
All right. Awesome, man. Yeah. Obviously, I agree. Those are great.
Mm-hmm. 7. All right, 7. This is
you don't gotta explain yourself before every single thing comes out. Let's see. Okay.
So kind of back on my pinstripe bullshit.
Mhm.
But the pinstripes are so subtle you can't notice them. I'm like, the biggest thing about these is the color, man. Like
Yeah, those go.
the mint green with the black letters and the yellow. I mean, it's just everything works. This one's purely based off colors. Like, I just think if you're gonna use a mint green, that's the perfect way to do it. And I just think I like them a lot. I think they're clean. Not too. I think the Buzz City's cool, and all that kind of stuff. But I mainly just the pinstripes and the colors are like just perfect on this jersey for me.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think
they're
like
one of the best uniforms out right now.
I agree.
My thing is like that color is I'm always so biased towards kind of like a turquoise, teal, all that. So like I can't ever see something like that and think it looks bad. I can't ever. It's just it's one of my favorite colors. So like
it works on everything. Teal are like my favorite. I would say that's like perfectly describes my favorite color. So
yeah,
anytime someone rocks someone, I think it's perfect.
Yeah, so, always looks
that's
good.
my number 7.
That's a good one, man.
We should have drafted him.
I didn't even think of those. Those are nice. All right, now for number 6.
It's getting good.
We're gonna turn back the clock a little bit.
How far are we talking?
Quite some ways.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
Bro, what is Zoom doing?
It
just wanted to zoom in on Wilt's crotch.
He's too tall, man.
Is it because the picture was like not 1920 by 1080? Well, just like the 20,000 women, you guys get to look at Wilt's crotch as well. So, anywho, should I put my face right here?
Thumbnail?
Thumbnail. Anyways,
so you're talking about the refs in the back, right?
Yeah, the refs looking a little.
The ref jersey in the back,
a little thick there.
With the...
Anyways, this was kind of hard for me, and it's hard. This thing's all flipped backwards. It was difficult for me based on the fact that like the Lakers gold and the Lakers purple, like before the 2000s, I would just go back and forth of which one do I like more, which one do I like more. And ultimately, for the classic ones, I think they nailed that purple. And purple is like my second favorite color. So I like a lot of jerseys that have purple. So it slights out the gold one by a little bit. So I guess why are you saying why? Or I guess you're saying why don't I have the gold one on this list too? Because it's my list and I didn't want it to be boring with 2 fucking Lakers jerseys back to back. But yeah, I mean, we were talking about the Celtics before. Pure classic. I mean, the Lakers are right there. Yeah, the Lakers have made some changes over the past 20 years, but before that, man, these were, you want to talk about just the NBA. I think when you think of the NBA, those are like right up there with some of the
absolutely
the best uniforms.
That's a good thing. It's almost like a wine colored purple. It's like not the purple they use now. It's different.
It's
but
nice,
it's almost
man.
better.
It is, dude. That classic purple was they nailed it. So nice.
It's like the true color of royalty.
Yeah.
All right, Steve, number 6, right? 6, yeah.
Let's see what we got here.
Oh,
that boy Flash. Yeah. Whenever I think of Dwayne Wade, this is what I think of. 2006 finals, the red unis, got his Converse Wades on.
Oh, those shoes. Oh yeah.
It's just, it was just different, man. This is when Wade was, he was a killer. And they brought these back in 2012 when LeBron was there, but they had the M and the H on the shorts instead of the actual logo. I like the logo better.
Oh,
it looks a lot better.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, this is an awesome uniform. That red really pops too.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
I was gonna say that goes right up there with like the Kobe gold for me, that LeBron alternate. That's just that nostalgia thing, when we were young kids. Like that red Miami one there's a feeling that comes with that uniform, and especially the red one. And yeah, when it had that old logo on the pants, that was way better than just the stuff they got now, but yeah, or what they have. Yeah.
No, it's like it's exactly how you put it. Like you picture someone in a jersey when you look at it, and the red Miami, even for me, the white Miami Heat jerseys is just Dwayne Wade. That's exactly who I go to first. So yeah, that's a great pick. I'm gonna keep it very short because we've already had this one.
Okay.
But yeah, just squeaked a little higher on my list. I just think these ones are a little different than the ones Steve had. They have the little I don't even know what you call it, the little Aztec like lining around the sleeves and the collar, but it's just from the color to the, I mean, that's like a Flintstones type font right there, like with the 3D at the bottom. It's so unique, and I've always loved these jerseys. I've always loved like this type of style, and I kind of owe it all to these jerseys. So I was always a big fan of these.
I think like how you talk about the logo like that, I wish everybody would just at least have an alternate that's just some sort of 90s style, crazy
100%.
animated logo. I think that logos that are crazy like that are the best. And I think that's why hockey sweaters are my favorite, because just these huge, ridiculous logos are just awesome. Whereas like when it's just a lettering across, it's okay. And when it's got a cool font, that's nice. But I definitely prefer like when there's definitely something just wild about it. Even when it's lettering, this is lettering, but they clearly made a really cool font out of it.
Yeah. And it's just like you said, it's just the epitome of the 90s. Like that's the whole 90s style in one jersey.
Just ridiculous. Ridiculous,
it's just like,
but it's great.
They throw all this shit and I hope it sticks, and it actually does.
And it does.
So,
yeah.
So that's my number 6.
I think
classics.
This upcoming season, most teams are getting a classic uniform. So I think we see some more of those.
Good.
I wonder what they're going to do for Memphis, because they've already done 2 Vancouver runs, right? They did the black ones too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Huh. Hopefully not back to that shit they had after that. Just the blue and white. And oh man, those were terrible.
Yeah.
I feel like Memphis was like the one team to have a terrible, just white uniform for the longest time.
If you have a cool mascot like a bear and it's just like a little patch, I mean, you got to make that cool, man. Again, I'll say it again. We have a horse. We have the horse. It's just, we can't do too much with it. Whatever. Yes. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Try to get out. I don't know what freaking way I'm supposed to get out of this. I'm too wide. Yep. Anyways, you guys get the picture. You know who's on here. It. Bro, look, Miami had some overall nice uniforms at this time, but the black ones were the best. These things were badass, and probably, in my opinion, these are probably my favorite black basketball uniforms of all time. They're so clean. They're fierce. You think of Shaquille O'Neal in his youth when you see these. I mean, I don't know anybody that dislikes these uniforms. You know what I mean?
No.
I don't know a single person that dislikes these. They're so cool. But
the star.
Yeah. A lot of these, and that's why I wasn't even, when I made this list, I'm not even talking about just jerseys. I'm talking about uniforms overall. I wish my pictures would show it. But man, these are just, again, nobody dislikes these. Plain and simple.
No.
All right. You're up, Steve.
All right. Is this oh no, we're not there yet. Okay. This one of my favorite players, one of my favorite jerseys.
I knew we were getting some AI picture on here at some point.
Oh, absolutely. These were probably my favorite style of Sixers jerseys that they had. Like, it was just such a great, what would you call it, silhouette, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was, they had the big 76 on the shorts too. And then they had the blacked out court with the ball on each side of the hash marks. It was everything about that era. It's just very nostalgic.
I 150,000% say they should go back to this. I think
100%.
I mean, when you look at like all the teams that have red, white, and blue, which is it's too many. I guess like you can say in a sense, well, Philadelphia should be one of those teams just because of the history of the city. But man, they had these were so cool. So just go back to these, man. And you want to talk about people that need to get rid of red, white, and blue. Pistons, it's time. It's been long enough. Anyways, yeah. To have some criticism added back into this. My one thing about these uniforms, and this goes with like the Houston Rockets uniforms, the T-Mac ones, is I'm not a fan of when tank tops are like extra wide on the shoulders. I don't know why. Who made the jerseys at those point? Was it Adidas or
Probably
Reebok?
Reebok.
They did Reebok. They did Champion. I think Nike was in there at some point.
Okay. Because I know they had Adidas forever too, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Whoever it was, I don't know why they just chose like a couple teams to have like different shaped jerseys. I think that's kind of
because they had like the 90s version of these and they were Champion and they had the shorter.
Right. I think, yeah.
But then when they went to the 2000s, that's when they
was it the blue ones that didn't have any outer striping around the armhole? Wasn't it just the blue and then it was that was it?
That's a good question.
I think it was those, but regardless, it's a very small critique. The design of the jerseys with the logo and the colors, these were really unique, man, and they really should go back to these.
I don't think Allen Iverson balls like he balls if he doesn't have a baggy jersey on. I think
this is a good point, Brendan.
I think he bodied the entire baggy jersey look. I think it's
a very good point.
I could not imagine AI with a tight jersey on like today. No way.
I can't argue that. That's a great point.
That's a great pick. You may see them later in my spoilers. All right, Zach, you stole them, but you stole the wrong color. I gotta find it because there they are.
Okay. I'm not gonna ask any questions because I don't know. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna say anything.
Let me just get with my guys. Penny Hardaway, Shaquille O'Neal.
And Shaq's been paired up with some crazy players, man.
The all whites are better than the blacks for one reason.
Let's hear it.
It's the font on the front. The magic with the star on both the eye and the little. Yeah, it's better than the Orlando writing. I just think the magic is better. And I just like the white.
I agree with that.
I just like the white with the black pinstripes with the blue lettering. I just think it looks so clean. These have always been one of my top jerseys. I think they're just like the amount of these white or even the black pinstripe Penny Hardaway jerseys I've seen in my lifetime of just random dudes my age walking around town is a lot more than you'd think. And I've always liked these jerseys.
Look, I definitely 100% agree. I like the logo that says Magic more. I think that's cooler. I still think I picked the black ones, but the white ones, again, super clean. And pinstripes on a basketball uniform, super uncommon. We saw them with the Bulls one earlier, but Orlando knew how to do it, man. And the blue ones are really nice too.
I did like the blue ones, but I think the white and black are better in my opinion. The white being at the top of the list. They're pretty, man. Yeah. I'm a pinstripe guy, I guess. I don't know.
It's tough to pull it off too.
It is.
It really is. Yeah, that's what I said about basketball. You don't see it too often. It's tough. But yeah, man. I got.
It's funny that you had the black ones on at 5 and I had the white ones on at 5.
Steven's about to pull up the blue ones.
Oh, Jesus.
I wish I did.
Steven, which ones were your favorite of the trio?
The blue.
They really?
Yep.
Of course. That's hilarious.
That's funny.
You got the white ones, I got the black ones, you got the blue ones. That's funny. Dude, again, there's some of these teams that just like, again, at least bring back some classic retro just to wear more than just a few times too. Like wear it a lot.
100%.
But some teams just need to just go back in general. They just need to completely overhaul and go back to when shit was really great. All right.
Number 4. We're in the top 4.
What, Steve?
I said not when the New Orleans Pelicans were a team.
Oh, God.
I still don't know why. But for real, man, just go back to when shit was great. Like the Sixers one that you got, those uniforms were so nice. Better than what they got now.
Oh, absolutely.
They just try to modernize shit too much.
Yeah.
And sometimes you just need to keep the old nostalgia.
All right. Number 4.
Is that what I think it is?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Gotta dive out of the way of all my pictures.
When you said you were a purple guy, I knew this one and a different one I have in my head are going to come up in the top 5. So
look, man, I love like that kind of like crystal blue, you call it. That's kind of like blue with some green in it, aquamarine, whatever the hell you want to call it. I love that. That's pretty much my favorite color, but purple is a very, 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 very close second. And this jersey right here, oh look, my shorts match. Just kidding.
Those neon?
No, they're yellow.
Okay.
This jersey was just, we talked about 90s fonts and shit like that. Dude, this jersey was like damn near the epitome of that. These were so cool. Why can't we do logos like this anymore? Why do we, I'm rolling over everything in here. Why do we have to have like, it's fine to have simplicity, especially when it's like white uniforms. I think simplicity really works. But at least, I know I keep bringing up, in an alternate or something, go crazy. Do something wild, man. And these jerseys were just, you look at them and they hit you right in the mouth. They're crazy.
Yeah. Dude, back to the jerseys, that they're mesh, man. They just go harder. I know. Like if they're more like if they're like the practice pennies, they're just better.
Yeah.
And then in the aspect too of like, not even just players wearing them on court, but wearing jerseys off the court. Like stuff like this looks way better than just like, I don't know, the most jerseys.
Pelicans.
The Clippers home jersey right now. Oh, those are real cool. Just kidding. Those are terrible. Clippers. Oh my God, they've had some of the worst. But yeah, man, these are gorgeous. The home ones are really nice too, but the purple are superior. They're so cool.
That's a great pick.
Yeah, I like that pick. I feel like you could swap that purple with basically any color too. It's a pretty good layout.
Yeah, it's a good canvas.
I agree.
All right, it's time for the flack. Because I know people are sick of these jerseys. They don't like them. But I love them.
He's wearing it right now.
Yeah.
It's just, it's probably a nostalgia thing. But I don't know. They're just so clean. The red, white, blue. I know they changed. It was in 2014. They changed the side stripes. They reversed the colors instead of it being red and blue. Now it's blue and red. I don't really care for that too much. But the 2000s, those uniforms were nice. And they had the horse on the pants too.
Yeah. I wanted to throw them in my list, but it's just, I couldn't do it. But they are
flack.
They resemble my childhood so well.
Right. And we brought up nostalgia and all that multiple times. This is like the king of nostalgia for us. These are ridiculously clean, especially the white ones. I was never super fond, honestly, of the blue ones, but the white ones were just, again, super
I think
clean.
the white ones are the best for sure.
And when you go back, I think Adidas did it way better than Nike did.
I agree.
What'd you guys think of when they added the P to the shorts to replace the horse?
I did like that. I did like the P. I actually, growing up, I think when I was a kid, my mom got me like the actual authentic Pistons rip-off sweatpants that they wore in warm-ups. And I would literally run around the house and rip them off because I thought I was the coolest guy in the world. And I had those things forever. And they were the all white with the P on the side. I love those things.
I had a pair of their shorts. They They weren't authentic. They were probably some $30 replica pair, but that had the P on them. I don't think I had I don't think I had the one with the horse. I can't even really remember what the one with the horse looked like, but the P one, that was fine for me. I don't know if I liked it as much as the horse if I saw it, but yeah. Again, man, these are clean and nostalgic as fuck.
That Larry O'Brien.
Yeah.
It just looks perfect on that uniform.
There's a lot of things the NBA needs to go back to doing. They need to add that like that on the court. They need to put the giant Larry O'Brien on the court.
Yeah.
You know, if players are slipping all over the place, oh well. You know, who cares?
Right.
No, I'm kidding. And the finals. Did they add the finals thing back?
Yeah, but it's like
it's not the same though.
Yeah, I think it has to do with YouTube TV now. Like it says YouTube TV underneath or something like that. I don't remember.
So every sport has all these ads everywhere, man. And I think like the NHL is adding the stuff on jerseys next season. I'm like, oh no.
Yep.
But yeah, and then now a lot of sports are doing like holographic logos.
Oh, that's the NBA right there.
NBA has that too. Yeah, the NHL has some like on like the right on the other side, the outside of the blue lines, and then I think the MLB does on like the back of the pitcher's mound. I don't know if that's real or not. But anyways, 04 Pistons, baby.
I love that. That's the Bubba Billups special right there.
Yeah. All right. Good times.
Number 4. Back to 2004.
Ooh.
This is when Kevin Garnett dominated.
Oh yeah.
Your favorite center in the paint. Dude, from the color to the Timberwolves and the number font to the green lining around the net, like everything about this jersey I love. And like I couldn't even tell you what color of the jersey that is. I have no idea. But this jersey wouldn't work if it was a different color. And the hint of green just makes it pop even more. But the font is just
the font
when you read Timberwolves, that's how it should read all times. Their new stuff where it just says Wolves and it's like the more modernized version. They're using the neon green. It's terrible. Go back to this and Cat is dropping 50 when he's got that jersey on because he's just going to harness the power of KG. These are one of my favorite jerseys of all time.
They're so cold, man. And like I don't know which ones I like more. Those are the black ones, but
I like the black
ones. The black ones are really, really nice. I just like this color of blue, purple, whatever. Like I said, whatever it is, it just draws my eyes to it.
I might like that color more. I don't know. It works really well with that green, but regardless, those are
a classic.
Those are so unique. Those are really cool. And that's
Did you see the ones from this year?
They have the black ones this year, don't they? Oh no, the blue ones.
It's like it's mainly blue, but I think it fades into like a black or a darkish blue or a darker blue.
I don't even know if I noticed that.
And I think they still have the trees on the sides and everything.
Yeah. That's the trees are the best. It's just
and that goes to what I said earlier. Like, if you can't have some crazy wild logo, do something really unique with the font. And I mean, come on, look at this font. It's wild. It's
another
so cool.
Another player that you cannot tell me you cannot picture without a baggy jersey on.
This is also true.
Ticket, yep.
This boy would be looking like Taco Fall if he had the tight jersey on.
All right, that's a great choice. So what are we on? Are we on number
top
2
3?
already? Oh, top 3.
The top 3.
Okay. I think we've all talked about these today.
Yeah.
I got my man Bryant Reeves, old big country here with that picture. Yeah, dude. I mean, we all know. We don't need to say much more.
It's classic.
These are just amazing. And I prefer this make more than the Nike ones. These ones just look crazier to me. It's the shape of the jersey. But yeah, that crazy design around the neck and the arms, the color, the font. What can you say anymore? They're amazing. They're so cool.
Great pick. That
All
was a 3 for all 3 of us had that.
Yeah.
Yep. Across the board. All right. Here's my number 3. Zach, you already had these, but yeah. There's not much else to say, really. I mean, this is what he torched the Pistons in.
Yeah, literally. You can see it in the picture.
What did he do? He scored the last 25 points for them or something like that?
Yeah, but we don't got to get into detail.
Yeah.
I don't got to talk about all that. But yeah, they're just – I love a lot of Cleveland's uniforms from that era or even before then.
The ones that they'd retro from them that they bring back that he'd wear too. Yeah.
They had these yellow ones, and it was like a maroon, white, and I want to say yellow block.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yep. Like those a lot. They had this wine, like red or wine burgundy with the gold Cavs font.
Yeah. Yeah.
There were a bunch of nice Cleveland uniforms.
Cleveland's done a good job.
You know what I don't mind actually is when Kyrie was there, the yellow ones.
Oh, the yellow. It was just the yellow and the wine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just all yellow.
It just said Cavs on the front, right? Or it had the C. Yeah.
Yeah. It said Cavs. Yeah. I didn't mind those. Those are clean. I think those are growing on me too. But yeah, these are definitely my favorite Cavs uniform that they have. Again,
it's a LeBron.
Classic. It's just a classic. It's LeBron. It's exactly. All right, number 3. I'm either scared that you guys have them higher than me or they're not making your list, which is I'm concerned about. But I mean, just and obviously there's bias coming from this, being a Pistons fan. But the whole, like the horse with the flames. If you're gonna have a horse, have flames coming off his head with the piston with the Pistons on the font. Like, you cannot tell me this logo is the reason the jersey is so cool. Like, yeah, I get the teal is cool also. I like the teal a little bit more than the white ones, but it's this logo that like makes it so classic.
I mean,
it's perfect. It's one of the most beautiful jerseys.
I guess we might as well say, because all of us know that this is what they're bringing back this season, right?
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm so excited.
Will they look as good as these ones? Probably not, because Nike, but at the same time, at least we're finally getting them. We've been asking for them for so long, and we're finally getting them. Thank you.
Jersey contracts are so weird.
I know. Yes. The fact that they can't just hang on to shit too. And
really it's weird. Like, one season, they're done. It's like, why? The fans love them.
Right. And now the one that you bought is worth millions because they'll never be done.
But yeah, man, that Pistons logo is.
It's just the logo.
Bring it all back.
The font is just. It's what makes a jersey. It's the best.
Absolutely.
This, I mean, for our actual team, the team play overall, definitely not peak Pistons, but uniform wise, this was peak Pistons.
These jerseys might take us to another level. I don't know.
You never know.
There's still time, I guess, if they're bringing them back.
All right.
Spoiler
top
alert.
2.
What, Steve?
Spoiler alert. Those aren't in my top 2.
They're not?
I like the uniforms, but I don't top 10 love them.
That's fair. Like I said, it's a biased pick, but I understand that.
The horse logo, though, favorite thing. Absolutely.
Zach, I think we do we know what your number 2 is?
I'm astonished. I'm astonished because this jersey's not in my top 2 either.
Oh. You really hit us with it.
It's a great choice, Brendan.
Thank you. Clearly not good enough. All right, let's hear your number 2.
My number 2.
There it is.
Yes. I gotta get on this side. I'm just too damn wide for the damn motherfucker. Look at this raptor. This shit was the cheesiest shit of all time. And it was so goddamn cool. You want to talk 90s? That I said earlier, pinnacle. Nah, it was this jersey right here. I mean, let's get into it. Why do I love these so much? Purple. I love purple. Dinosaurs. Rexy. I don't know, it's a raptor, baby. Yeah. I mean, it's just cool as hell. It's got like this really custom pinstriping that's like a little zigzaggy. It's unique. It's got like this. I'm not typically a fan of like grays and silvers and all that, but the way they had this silver for the font and it's like shiny and it even might be a little like glittery or something in it. I don't know. It's really cool. This was, I mean, these were literally the pinnacle of 90s. You see this jersey and it's, wow, that really catches your eye.
You cannot tell me the Raptors owner went home and was to his 5-year-old son was like, we need a new jersey. Can you design it? And this kid just went hard. He just was like, purple, dinosaur, showed him. And he's like, oh my God, these are the most iconic jerseys of all time.
Dude, they're awesome.
Kids just pointed at the TV.
Yeah. He's just like,
exactly.
Barney.
But
no, for real. Like the, actually, isn't it actually red? Yeah, it's red, but and that red pops too. But man, that font too is so cool. The number on the back and everything. And they even went with the dual colored pinstripes. I forgot it's silver and black, and the white version of these jerseys are really clean, surprising with everything going on. But man, I love these. And Vince Carter. It's so awesome.
It's the one person you think of when you think of those jerseys.
Right. I mean, it's so everything about that is just cool as hell.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's my number 2.
It's a good pick. Very good pick, I might say.
All right, let's get frisky.
All righty.
You don't have the Pistons one. Oh, he did pick the blue, and I was right. It doesn't have the stuff on the sleeve. You want to talk about the silky smooth? That's the silkiest sumbitch I ever seen in my life.
these jerseys, man. I mean, same thing as the white, but it's blue.
Yeah.
Blue. Yeah. It's silky blue. Like, oh man, they're just clean, beautiful. Just.
Now these didn't come out. Oh no, they didn't come out at the same time as the other ones because you said the other ones, came out years prior when they were a little narrower. Yeah. So I'm sure when these came out, I'm sure a bunch of people, I can't remember, but I'm sure a bunch of people were like, oh shit.
Yeah. I mean, the blue pops. Like it hits you right in the face.
Especially with the silk.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. I remember.
Go ahead.
You know the movie Like Mike?
Oh, of course. Got it on VHS.
Opening scene, that's the jersey he's wearing. First time
I don't even remember that.
Like, oh my gosh. Like, it's so beautiful.
I never realized that, but you're 100% right. That's the exact same jersey he's wearing.
Yep. And then it gets torn. And
yeah.
And then all hell breaks loose. I mean, it starts jumping 40 feet in the air.
You got the Monstars power from Space Jam.
I can't say I'm surprised, Steve. I mean, these are cool as hell. Retro. I know you're, especially with the Sixers. Very nice.
Dude, I could have had the black ones on here too.
Oh no, I'm surprised. I was waiting for the black ones to come up after the white ones.
Dude, I could have had
like the white ones more.
4 teams in this top 10. Just 4 teams. Like straight up. But
that's dope.
Make it
That's a great pick. I like the Blues. I haven't seen them a lot, but you're bringing me back to them. I like them. Unfortunately, I'm going to be quick with my number 2 because it's already been said.
Oh shit! Hey,
I mean, you have a better picture, so everybody just look at Zach's screen.
I'm too fucking wide. I'm in the way.
The one thing that I'll add on to what Zach said, which I think needs to be highlighted more. Yes, the purple is beautiful. The font is beautiful. The Raptor is wearing the jersey.
Yeah.
Like the detail on that is crazy. Like the fact that you have a Raptor wearing the same jersey that's on it's just jerseyception, man. It's just the marketing killed. Dude, this is just one of the best ones of all time.
It's so cool.
When you brought it up, I was like, I mean, my number 1 is My number one is number one for a reason, but like
I have no idea what your number one is.
this needs to be on everybody's top 5 100% of the time.
I feel that too. It's just so unique, so crazy, so 90s. Yeah. It's so cool. Again, with the Vince Carter matchup too.
Beautiful.
So cool.
What did you think of when they brought it back but made it black and gold?
I didn't like it as much. I just think the reason the jersey is so good is just because of the purple and the red, like 2 colors that shouldn't be together, but they make it work. And I just think it's perfect. The black and gold ones were cool, but it wasn't, it wasn't the same.
I think black and gold works with, I don't know, black and gold and white and gold a lot of times can look really cool.
Yeah, it's like their OVO jerseys.
But I don't know if it's the best choice for just overall uniforms, if that makes sense.
Right.
Like if you look at like cleats or something like that, where it's a smaller canvas, I don't know. Uniforms, I just like, I don't know. I like bright colors. I think that's just me, but I don't know. But
I'm right there with you.
Yeah, the black and gold Raptors ones are just not even close to the purple ones. Mm-hmm. And again, I like the white ones a lot too. Really nice.
The whole style is perfect.
All right. Number 1.
Wait. I thought we were doing honorable mentions.
Oh, good call.
Good catch, Steve. That's why we got you on the show, because I'm a fucking moron. All right. Honorable mentions. I will say I got to have just the Spurs in general.
I do like their colors.
They're another team that's just super nostalgic to me. Listen. 2005 was the year that I got into basketball, unfortunately. I didn't get to see 2004 when our team actually won. I've never seen any of my fucking teams win a championship. But 2005, man, as tough as that series was and how heartbroken I still am about it, there's just something about the Spurs jersey that's like with that old Lakers, old Cavs, Miami Heat. There's something that just resonates with me. It's just nostalgic. And of course, I mean, you can go Tim Duncan, you can go Ginobili, Tony Parker, any of those guys. It's just such a fun. Huh?
What would you just say? You said Ginobili.
I did say Ginobili. Yeah, he one of the main reasons we lost that series. Anyways,
back when he had
back when he had hair. Yeah, man, but it's super nostalgic. They're a team that they were so hard to hate too, especially with Pop. It's just
100%
beautiful basketball, just beautiful basketball. And it's just black and white too. It's just black and white, but it's so cool. Anyways, so I got them, the Timberwolves black, the Timberwolves blue ones that you brought up. The fucking,
I know.
Huh?
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say the Bucks jersey with the big ass deer on it. That's kind of crazy.
See, I was gonna say that I like that one, but their alternate, the Cream City ones, are also really cool.
I like them, especially because the name is funny.
Exactly, but like the color and the color scheme, perfect. Why would you ever put Cream City on a jersey? Don't know.
I am a sucker for cream colored jerseys, cream colored uniforms overall. I especially with baseball and hockey, I am a sucker for that. So when we do those lists, be prepared. I'm not saying there's gonna be a bunch, but you're gonna see some.
Oh, I'm gonna have 7 of them at least.
And then I got the Pistons 90s teal that you had on your list.
Yeah, that's fair.
I fucking love those, man. I really do, Brendan.
I like the white ones a lot too.
The Pistons 2000s red uniforms. When we brought our alternate, I know me and Steven love the shit out of those. They were just like, it added on, like we already had our team that we loved.
Yeah. And
then the red jerseys came out, and my favorite color for like a lot of shit is that kind of aquamarine, and then the purple, but I'll be damned if I don't love a good red uniform, man. They're so cool.
I'm not a big red guy. Didn't really care for those red Pistons jerseys, but the red ones they had this year number 10 on Steve's list. I did really, really like those. But I'm not a red guy usually.
There was just something about the 2000s one. I don't know if it was because like the switch up with like the white numbers and white font, or
yeah, it is a little different.
I don't know, man. They looked so much better too than the blue ones. I don't think they were that much better in my opinion than the white ones, because the white ones again were like some of the cleanest uniforms ever. But the red ones just added like an extra wow to it. And my one thing with them is they were just a little too plain for them to have made my list. But like again, we talk about nostalgia. Like I know me and Steve both fucking absolutely love those. I love those uniforms. But that's here. You guys do your, or do you want to do your honorable mentions when it's your turn?
My last honorable mention: old school Sonics, all blacks with the huge Supersonics font. Ooh. Always was a sucker for those jerseys.
The black ones? A lot.
Yeah, let me see.
Why can I not even think? Yeah, pull those up on your thing.
I'm sorry, not black. Did I say black? Dark green. Hold on.
Oh, the green ones. I was about to say I can't even think
like Gary Payton.
Yes.
Sean.
I thought about those too. Yeah, those would be honorable mentions on mine too. Those are very unique. 90s, of course.
Yeah, it was just like a Marvin the Martian kind of like classic, you know what I'm saying? I've always liked it. Let's see if I can. These.
Oh, these ones specifically. Oh, yes. Yeah, these were cool because they had the red in them still. It wasn't just the yeah, these were cool. And it was
like the whole like the actual sign. Like I like these a lot with the basketball and everything. Those are cool. But other than that, I mean, 10 jerseys is a lot, so I didn't have a lot of honorable mentions to be fair.
Gotcha. Well, Steve, you might as well do yours now.
I have 2 honorable mentions. One being, no, I'm just playing. The classic Warriors from this year. I don't know what it is.
They're clean.
Caught my eye. Just nice, simple, clean. The numbers pop because of that white and the red.
I like the waistband.
Oh yeah, this beautiful color. And then the Nike logo. It looks good.
The retro Nike one.
Like the retro, yeah.
It looks nice on the uniform.
I like that.
And then if I didn't have these, I wouldn't be a fan of him.
Oh yeah, those are cool.
Yeah. I don't know, the whole Valley vibe with the court, and then
really nice colors.
Yeah, this is beautiful.
Yep. Good old D-book.
Yeah,
still sad. Are you still sad the Suns are no longer in the playoffs?
I don't know what you're talking about.
In his mind, they already won the finals. All right. Well, let's get to it. Number 1. Now, I really wanted to have the Pistons 2000 Reds on here. I wanted to have the Teals on here, but I didn't because I had these.
Wow. That just came out of right field.
These bad boys are no pun intended. I know these weren't even the bad boy Pistons, but just shut the fuck up. These bad boys are my favorite basketball uniforms of all time. And here's why. You got the amazing logo, the logo we need to fucking bring back. You got all of the cool colors that they chose to have in this era that we need to go back to. But this red is like the best red I've seen on an NBA uniform. It's like not too bright, not too dark. It's like a nice cherry red. It is magnificent.
Now,
and it's still wild.
Is that black up the sides?
It's black up the sides with a little bit of the teal and a little bit of the yellow.
Yellow. Okay. That's what I was. Okay.
Yeah. So it's got all the colors going on, but instead of my one thing with the Pistons teals is like, when I compare them to like the Vancouver Grizzlies teal or whatever you want to call that, I like that color more, the Vancouver one. I think the Pistons was a tad too dark. So when I compare it to these, I'm like, fuck, these are so nice. Also, you can't really tell. You might be able to tell by the gigantic arm. That's Ben Wallace.
Yeah. I could tell by the number 3.
But man, these are my favorite uniforms. They're just so badass. These are badass.
They don't get talked about enough.
No,
They
that's
don't.
the thing. Is everybody talks about I want the teals. I want the teals. I'm like, in my opinion, these are better looking than the teals, man. These are wild as fuck. They're so cool.
Agree. I would agree.
All right. That was my top 10.
Very nice. Very nice.
That was a very surprising number one. I'm happy.
Yeah.
That it was absolutely nothing what I was expecting.
Right. I'm happy about that. I thought it would be.
I forgot that you love those so much.
I fucking love these, dude. I didn't even think I knew I loved them as much as like number one, but I'm going through these jerseys. I'm like, fuck, bro, these are the coolest looking ones.
Yeah. All right. Zach, I'm sure you know my number one.
I do.
You guys already got into it.
Yeah. I knew that was your number one.
Yeah. We won 60 plus games in these, bro.
Can't believe it.
And I love the red.
The
red's nice. My favorite color. This is my kind of red. It just really pops, and it's clean with the white. I don't know, man.
That's a good pick. Like, I was just never a fan of the reds. Like, growing up, man, like, I feel like obviously I'm in the minority here because of the two number ones, but I just was never. I like their whites and their blues were just always cleaner to me. But now that like seeing Rip in the Pistons jersey, I think it makes him look better in the red. Like I picture Chauncey in the whites, Ben in the blues, and Rip in the reds. That's like the best way I can put it.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, I love them. I love those jerseys.
I want these.
That's
back.
fair.
These jerseys that Steven's showing us right now are the reason that me and Steve, for just like I already brought up, just for years, have just been saying, man, why won't they just give us a red uniform? Like, why is it so difficult? Like, why? It was because
we don't
literally
want
that jersey right there.
We don't want gray. We don't want navy blue. We want red.
That's fair. That's fair. Great pick. All right.
I also appreciate Steven numbering all of his pictures.
Yeah, I noticed that as well.
That was more for me. Not gonna lie.
All right, let's see what you got, Brendan.
You know what? So I'm gonna pull out a better picture.
You're good.
Because just looking at the one that I already preloaded, I could tell it's gonna be zoomed in. So let me try to find.
I'm letting you know right now. If these are any type of t-shirt jersey, I'm ending this Zoom session.
Oh, you better hold on to your cap, buddy.
I kind of a couple of the t-shirt ones. I'm not gonna lie.
I hate them so much.
I
don't like the look of them, and I just think about playing basketball on t-shirts. I could never do it.
Oh shit!
You got it, Brendan?
I
think he's just showing off his NBA Finals.
I got him. I got it. All right. Steve, I'm sorry, man.
Uh-oh. Those are your number one? Wow.
Yes. These, dude, when I saw Steve do the whites and then the blues, I was scared he was going to have the blacks at number one.
And that's what I was thinking. I thought the blacks were going to be up higher on his list.
I can't even really explain it. These jerseys are just like the cleanest, most wearable, goes with everything, just fucking cool jersey. And 99% of the reason is because of this guy right here. And just from the star on the eye, how the cursive flows perfectly, and the ball on the bottom. One of my favorite games of all time is NBA Live 06. And the team that I would play with the most is I would drop 75 points with Allen Iverson in the all-black Sixers jerseys. They've always been one of my favorite jerseys. And when we started coming up with the top 10, I wrote this one in first and circled a one around it as fast as possible. Because I just knew. These are like my all-time faves. I love these jerseys. I love the whites and the blues, but there's just something about the black ones that they're perfect to me.
I don't have a favorite of the three. I honestly don't think I do. The whites are super clean. The blue pop like crazy, and the blacks are badass. But man, when I think of Allen Iverson, I picture him in that uniform, the black uniform. I don't know why.
Dude, just imagine, like, you see Allen Iverson come out in the all blacks with the black shooting sleeve, you're getting dropped 60 on you, like 100%.
Oh yeah.
He was a menace in these jerseys. 100% menace.
Hey man, I got no argument. I'm surprised too. I would not have predicted those would be your favorite, but I
love these.
I got no argument. We all love them.
They're great. Could you see those uniforms with like gold or red being the main color?
I'd be really intrigued to see them in red, actually.
Yeah.
Gold, I don't like gold as a main color uniform. I think, in my opinion, Washington showed us never do that again. Shout out Gilbert Arenas.
Oh, it's funny you say that because I was this close to wearing that jersey.
I don't like those uniforms, man.
This close.
And then I think of
I'll wear it next time.
I think of like the Vegas Golden Knights, and I'm like, what am I looking at? I'm like, oh. But man, I could see those in red. I think those would be pretty cool in red.
It would be cool. Blacks are my top.
But yeah, man, that's okay. Well,
and I felt weird putting in two of the same team's jerseys. Oh, so that's why I didn't put the Blues on here, but I like the Blues a lot.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm wondering how these other sports lists are going to go too with jersey shit. Because if it's going to be like, if your list is going to be like mainly a few teams or whatever, dude, so be it, man. It's your list. Mm-hmm. But if you, again though, like if you don't want that to be your list for like entertainment's sake, then like don't make it your list. You can shout it out as an honorable mention or something for the ones that you like, but whatever, it's your list.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that was our top 10 basketball uniforms all
that's
time.
The episode. Huge thank you to Steve for joining us, man.
Yeah, thank you, Steve.
Couldn't imagine a better list to run through than you, with how big of an NBA fan and classic nostalgia fan you are. So
I appreciate that.
And then we gotta have you on again soon to actually just talk about basketball in general. Maybe
we'll do some draft talk for sure.
When is the draft?
Draft talk.
Draft is the 23rd.
Okay.
Of June.
Oh, coming up.
Yeah. So yeah, I think it's a Thursday. I want to say.
Okay. Well, we will have you on after that. We'll discuss. We'll see how angry I am at the Pistons, and we'll go from there.
Try to talk you down.
Yeah. Well.
Somehow.
All right, Brennan, you want to send us off?
Follow us on all socials. By all, I mean Twitter and Instagram, because that's all we have. At Motor City Chirps. Like the YouTube, subscribe to the YouTube. Let us know in the comments if we missed any jerseys that you guys need to see on here, and any other lists that you guys want to see in the future. We're all ears. And
that's it.
Go Tigers. That's all I would say. We just won 2 against the Pirates. Season's back on.
Oh,
bitches.
wow. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, I didn't get mollywopped by the Yankees. All right.
That didn't happen. We didn't play that weekend.